I've traveled multiple times a year and my system is never ever fully break. If you view it as something crazy, that's when it becomes a problem. You want to delegate that because it shouldn't be you doing it anyway. What is your minimum viable for each department of your life? Fitness every single day. So just correct me if I'm wrong. These are the variables. You travel a lot and obviously you have to take care of things like family as well. It's become more of a struggle. So first of all, the first thing I always tell clients, and just to give you a bit of background, like I get it. I probably on 20, 30 flights a year. I've probably been on like 6 flights in the last like 3 days alone. So trust me, I understand. It's crazy right now. I don't have a family, but I can tell you from multiple clients that we've dealt with the same situation, it's possible, right? It's very easily possible to navigate around this. Don't view traveling as special, right? It's a big thing and it's a big issue I used to have as well. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to travel. It's this big, massive thing that's going to disrupt my routine. It doesn't have to. If you view it as something crazy, then that's when it becomes a problem. It's just simple. While I'm traveling, I can't normally live how I live at home. I can't have the same routine when I'm traveling as I have at home. A lot of people try to maintain these same routines that they had initially, and that's where the issue comes. So what do we follow? We follow the simple principle of rigid flexibility. Now, what is rigid flexibility, right? Crazy, fat, long term. Rigid in our core values, right? But we're flexible in our approach. So a perfect example is in Salah, right? Our Deen has this very principle of rigid flexibility. Whether you're sick or not, you pray Salah. Whether you're traveling or not, you pray Salah. Now, when you travel, Allah has given you the opportunity to do Jum'ah and Qasr, right? So you can actually shorten the prayer and you can combine Dhuhr and Asr. Why? Because this is a special situation in where life is different, things are different. There's variables, there's hardship because of travel. So Allah has made it easy for us. So if that's a principle when it comes to the Deen has given us that principle. You want the exact same thing when it comes to your what? When it comes to all the areas of your life when you're traveling. Now, the first thing I talk about is minimum viables. You need to understand your minimum viables of absolutely everything. Now, how I explain the minimum viables is what is the standard that we don't drop below. So, mathalan, for example, Salah on time, Quran daily, even if it's a page, Adhkar, health, 20 to 30 minutes of movement. So a lot of times people are like, oh, I can't work out, I don't have a gym. Who told you that? That's just not true, right? That's the ideal situation. What is your minimum viable? Have a minimum viable. 20 to 30 minute walk, jog, stretches, home, calisthenics, whatever. Point is, there's a minimum viable when you do not have this ideal situation. Self-management, things like morning reset, etc. Your development, a podcast, a book, something that keeps the brain growing. Business, at least one deep work block every day. So the point is, all of these things, by the way, that you've seen me list here, are what we refer to as the 5 systems of you. That essentially the 5, I know there's 6 yet, but don't worry, I'll get to it in a second. There are 5 things when it comes to you that you need to take care of and make sure they're up to scratch. Your Deen, your health, your relationships, your self-management, and your development. All right. If you take care of those 5 things as an individual, you're doing perfect. That's the 5 systems of you. These are 5 things that make you. And then you have the outside system, which is your business. All right. So again, making sure you have a minimum viable for all of those things. Next, systemize the logistics. Traveling isn't as bad as people make it seem. The thing that makes traveling difficult is actually everything around traveling, organizing the transport, the check-ins, blah, 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 all of which I don't flip and do anyway, which is why you should get yourself an EA, executive assistant, who takes care of all of those things so they're not your problem. Between the, checking in and handling this and making sure that your bags is packed. I don't even pack my own suitcases, to be completely honest with you guys. My EA does that again. Right? So traveling itself isn't hard. What drains people is everything around traveling, which I do not do. You want to delegate that because it shouldn't be you doing it anyway, which makes it easy, even when you're traveling, even when you're moving, the logistics, who's going to pick you up, whatever, your EA is sorting that out. So it's no thinking. Have some sort of pre-packed bags as well. This is something I like. I always actually have like a bag that is ready to go just in case. And again, essentials only. You focus on the core activities. Everything else you want to delegate out. You don't need to do it. Right? Now, the next principle I have when it comes to this big thing here of, your travel OS, how to operate when you're traveling, is respect your body, right? Sleep like an athlete. Bank sleep before flights, reset with sunlight, and take melatonin as well. One of the things that massive, I know people tell me, oh, I can't get good sleep on the plane. Just bring a sleep mask, okay? It actually makes a big, massive difference. Noise cancellation, wherever, you'll get decent sleep, okay? Use melatonin as well once you land to adjust because, again, traveling between different time zones, trust me, I know it can be a headache. Use melatonin. Don't eat garbage. It's another thing that messes a lot of people up, that destroys them when they're traveling. When they're traveling, they think, okay, it's an excuse for me to eat crap. Well, if you're traveling 20 to 30 flights a year and you're eating a lot of crap and nonsense, then trust me, of course, it's going to naturally affect your performance, your focus, etc. Listen to your body as well. Like I have, yes, my rigid flex, like I'm very rigid in terms of how I like to structure my time, my day. But I understand when my body is traveling, I need more rest. I can tell when, okay, it's not efficient for me to continue working right now. I should probably take a nap, even if it's outside of what my normal situation would be. I have to respect the fact that I'm traveling. My body needs a little bit more recovery, right? Now, leverage in between time. This is a massive one. Look, there's a lot of in between time when you're traveling. If you're smart, you can get really great work done while you're traveling. Airports, flights, car rides, most people waste it. Use it. Catch up on admin, organization. Ideally, you shouldn't be doing any admin anyway, but let's be honest, we all have a couple of admin, low leverage things that we always have to do. Take care of it in the in between time and leave the time where you're stable and structured in a set location for deep work and reset. Noise cancellation headphones, I will never travel without these. I will never ever travel without these. It's essential. So I block everyone out and get work done even when I'm traveling. And again, iPad, etc. Right? These are travel essentials for me, my sleep mask as well. Things that just allow me to perform regardless, okay? But the core principle, like I mentioned, is be rigid. Don't ever let go of certain things. And this is probably the most important point. What is your minimum viable for each department of your life? Fitness every single day. And I'm telling you, I've traveled multiple times a year and my systems never ever fully break, right? Yeah, 10 times they're not perfect, right? I'm traveling, but they never ever break. I still get the work I need to get done. I still get deep work blocks in. I still have time for health, relationships, etc. It's possible. People who say it's not possible because they're trying, it's an absolute lie. And the belief that it's not possible is exactly what makes it impossible. Assalamu alaikum. Hopefully this helps. If you're a Muslim entrepreneur doing over 100K a month, you cannot scale using the same system that got you to where you are now. You need to upgrade yourself as a founder. This is the exact same thing we've done for all our clients, and they've been able to 3 all the way to 10x in revenue. So if you would like us to do the same thing for you, then click the link in the description down below now.